the big bang of electro in 2007, a lot has changed. New artists emerged and sounds became different. Was the scene changing? And what was the influence of artists pushing the envelope? We wanted a deeper look in what was happening in the nightlife of Amsterdam. So we grabbed our camera and our bicycles and decided to visit as much as possible parties and speak with as many artists as we can. All this to make a do-it-yourself film about the music we love.
People use genres because it's an easy way to define music, because if you say, oh, it's the music with that kind of bass, it's more difficult than you say it's electro music.
Anything goes around in a cycle that way. I feel even, rock and roll is on that cycle where you get blues from America and then Rolling Stones in England pick it up and, recycle it back and forth, and then Dylan and whatever, And with dance music, yeah, you have someone like DJ Pierre, and any other Chicago house kind of vibe, and then trade it over to Europe, and I feel like it's always a very international sound.
So I'm not really into the scene. I'm into parties with great atmosphere and where great music is played.
I think electronic music won't go away because it's getting more and more computer based, and computers get stronger, and like plugins and stuff get stronger, because even like rock bands are using backlines and backing tracks computer based.
In the beginning we really liked the hard electro stuff, the Bloody Beetroots and stuff, but after that it kind of changed to more techno vibes, and now you see in the scene itself that the guys that were producing the hard electro music are also going to the techno electro stuff.
The dance music, the whole culture of dance music will be there, and there's always new kids arriving in the scene. That's what they then also say, like, yeah, it's getting younger, but I don't think so. It's just you getting older, and you have the feeling that it's getting younger and younger. No, it's just not true, And really, okay, if you say the pure electro, maybe it got the hard kind of electro sound that you're referring to, like the Justice sound. That sound is passé. It's completely passé, and they're searching for new things. The techno thing is getting hype again. Really, all those techno things. So is that part of the electro scene? Yeah, of course.
There was already electro in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you cannot say electro is dead.
I think the whole scene is going more techno, definitely, yeah. And something something new will born from that. I'm sure about it, yeah. I'm already seeing, new stuff. Because at first, this techno electro scene was like you could really listen, like it was a mixture between electro and techno. But now it's taking its own way. And it's becoming something else.
Maybe we're not really bonding across scenes, but I'm convinced that music is, oh man, this will sound really cheesy.
Go for it.
Music is a universal language. Wow, I can't believe I said that.
Yeah,
that's, I feel like my heart's exploding with butterflies. Like, whoa. You have to add some effects to this, like a double rainbow.
It's a delay or reverb. Like,
yeah, shit.
Coming from heaven.
No, but seriously though, music is cool, and people who are working in it I think they're the same kind of mindset going on there.
Yeah, it's changing, and certainly there's always going to be new young people interested in electro music. I don't know, it's also different in each country, so there's countries discovering electro, or maybe like Holland, it's like now it's getting into the mainstream in Holland, but then there's other countries where it's already like passé, or then where it's only dubstep, or dubstep is already again passé. It's like really, it's not like a global thing where like in America it's really very hip, and starting to, so it depends. Like in Australia it's also still hip, and then in the UK it's like completely past. You know, then they had the disco, the new disco vibe in London, which is probably now finished also. There it goes really fast.
At some point I was listening to like old Chicago house, and especially like the hard stuff. There was like a lot of bleeps in it and stuff, and I was like, this is Dutch house, you know, it sounds like Dutch house, but it's 20 years older than Dutch house. So it's funny how Holland got influenced by Chicago and they didn't even know about it in the States, and now it's so big in the States while they already had it 20 years ago. So that's really funny.
I mean, Holland is very focused on the house sound, while if you go more to the south of Europe, they're more into the electro sound. If you go towards the east, like Germany and Austria, they're more in the techno, rave kind of stuff.
And in England, it's all about dubstep.
Yeah, it's more on the bass lines.
Yeah.
Every country has its own focus.
Well, in Europe, what we notice is in Europe you get more time than in other parts of the world. In Europe, on festivals, you get an hour and a half, 2 hours, so you really get the time to build your set. We played in the US, we played Art Festival, and we played there for 45 minutes every night. So it was thinking really fast, so we had to get the crowd going in 45 minutes. We didn't get our time that we're a pretty small DJ act, I guess. We try to build our attention. We need our time. We need our time, yeah.
You can see the culture of each nation. You know, it's also very interesting as a person, you know, to travel so much. I can see completely different cultures. For instance, if I play, I don't know, in Asia, it will be completely different if I play in New Holland. But also if I play like in Belgium, well, it's already different. Or if I play in another city than Holland, than Amsterdam. If I play in Utrecht, it's completely different. If I play, I don't know, in Rotterdam, it's completely different. Depends from, you know, it's you see actually the culture of the people of the place.
Music out here in the Netherlands, it's wild. I mean, always very cutting edge. Crews that I'm very inspired by, I love to hang with and play with, is like Boom Clash and Secure Recordings people. And it's always a good time out here. It's always very open-minded, wild.
You can't really like go to a place like a country and say, well, like this is gonna be good or wild or whatever. It just
still there's different. You feel different cultures in different countries.
Yeah, but it doesn't really mean that that country, if we go play there, it's gonna be good.
No.
You'll never know that for sure.
But you can't like draw lines everywhere. But
no,
in the
that's
most,
what I say.
No, but average-wise, you can say, okay, in Holland it's like that.
So Holland is really, they love you or they hate you. There's no in between.
But if you give a really good DJ,
they explode. It's nothing else like Belgium and the Netherlands. If you do a good set, they explode. The US, they party.
I mean, I love it. It's like a country which is so travelable, and it's got like landscape-wise, it got everything, and the cities are
such an American thing to say.
No. Then you would have said, it's an amazing country. These guys kill it.
You really have to go. You have to. You can all stay in my place.
Oh, yeah, come on,
so
we got everything, dude.
This restaurant.
That shit is awesome. I can't believe you just said that. That's so crazy.
Like west of the Mississippi, the largest drumstick is.
You like Mexican food? You like Mexican food? We got great.
Do your best. Next, I'm gonna take you out for some Mexican food. You're not gonna believe this shit. It's amazing.
You like pizza?
Actually,
oh, we got some pizza now.
Okay, but actually, Americans are cool though. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, but
we like them. We do. But it took some getting used to, you know, because we're all like, over here. So,
but it must be really difficult for them to see us. Then we're
they probably think we're very bored all the time.
Yeah, like because they come up and dude, that was a great show, dude. And then we're like, yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, we liked it. I had some problems with my sound.
They serve really undecent beer.
We didn't even get our right. Where's the vodka? Oh, you have shitty vodka here.
I don't think there is one city or one country that's now leading in the sound, and that's not a problem at all.
It's more of a challenge in the club, because in a way the people just go to the clubs like in a habit, to just go there and just like they can chill or whatever, they don't really care what happens during that night. And at the festival the people always go all out.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference, but it's both as much fun. I mean, clubs are more intimate and you can play a bit deeper set, but on festivals it's just, I mean, it's a festival, it's in the name.
Go a little something like this. Hit it.
In our situation, club tour with the band, people will especially come for you because it's your own show. And in festivals, people go to a festival to see a whole lot of bands. Some people come for you, but others come from... But it's a very mixed crowd, so you can surprise people. That's the big difference between festivals and clubs, I guess.
Really, I don't know, every time we do a club show I'm pretty nervous, and every time we do like a festival I'm always relaxed, because yeah, like more, because a club is just like, it's this space, people are in there, they cannot really get out. In a festival there's like, I don't know,
people in a tent.
And options, I don't know.
Options.
People can just walk by, see you, like it, go in. You know, and
are you more nervous tonight than at a festival?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. I really look forward to that.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it anyway.
I do like festivals, to be honest. I love it. I love Faulty-Fest, I love Lowlands. Yeah, there's so many. There's so many this summer. So yeah, no, I love it. But I do think it's killing a lot of underground music, because people want to hear, you know, they want to be pleased and they want to hear the stuff they came for. So yeah, I think for music it's not. For the music it's not that great.
Actually, I have a super basic setup. I have my laptop, I have my sound card, I have, of course, well, good speakers, but which I think is the most important thing for producing. But I think producing is, for the way I see it, of course, is very mathematical. You know, it's very, you know, you have to know your frequencies. You have to know how they work and how you can make them work together in the club and how they can sound bigger, how you can give them dynamics.
How we do it is a bit of a secret, of course. But we learn a lot of sound hack. I don't know if you know the track Devil's Run. I think that was our biggest inspiration.
I think like you have a bass sound, and that's gonna be the bass sound for the whole track, and it's gonna be more like a band is playing the track instead of I mean, if you listen to like Skrillex, it's like every 4 bars it's like 6 different synthesizers playing off of each other, and they work together. But yeah, I couldn't make music like that. It's really like just doing demos, and yeah, if something is good, then try and work it out.
You're like the expert on the producing part.
He sings things.
Oh shit! This is that's a really big secret. So when I get inspiration, you can add it everywhere. So I'm on a train, I'm in my car, whatever. I'm jogging. Just take my cell phone, I put it on like record, and I sing it in. Send the file over to him. He makes a track out of it. That's our secret. That's how we do it.
It's awesome to listen to tracks from more than 20 years ago and still get inspired by it.
We started with I started with Reason. He started with Sony Acid, but it was not good.
It's hard to work together.
Yeah. So this one day we decided to get down with Ableton.
I think that's a really good evolution, that it gets cheaper, and it almost is like do-it-yourself movement in the 70s. It's happening again. Like punk music, then everybody can make an electronic track right now because the software is getting cheaper and cheaper. And some people say it's a bad thing that there's so much clutter out there and there's so many tracks out there and you don't really know, you have to search for the good ones. But I think it's a good evolution that more people can get the chance to put their music out there, to produce their ideas, to put their creativity in a track and like really develop their sound. Just imagine that there's one kid who would never be able to afford these analog synths, but he can make his tracks on software, and he's like the next prodigy or something. And just a chance that that kid exists is worth it to use software.
It's just the difficult thing of it, that it comes out of the computer. That's just the difficult thing, that you have to make that fucking computer do. Where there's, of course, you have
Next time, give them a computer and ask them to make.
Yeah, to make a track is not gonna work. Put something musical, and of course, there's a lot of bad that what I consider like lifeless, like without a soul kind of electro. But there's also a lot of electro artists who give so much feeling in their tracks. I mean, like I see Reasmo and so many guys, and the good stuff like Style of High and all those guys. They can like. Put so much musicality in it, and that's so difficult to let it come from a fucking machine. So it's, I don't know, have feeling from clicking on a mouse. I don't know, I think it's rather difficult.
In the end, it's what you feel in the club. It's not like it's very musical experience, it's more physical, so you need to have a physical impact on the crowd, I think. Yeah, it's club music for me is very physical. It's not really music. I think it's mostly about sound. So yeah, of course you have to make a good melody, like good catchy stuff, but most of it is how it sounds. If it takes you physically, then you're gonna love it.
It's because there are certain rules in dance music. If you want people to go crazy, you have to put in certain elements and build-ups. I mean, if you have a big melody and then suddenly the bass line drops in, everybody will be like, yeah, what the fuck, I didn't expect it, so then they slowly start to dance to it after a while. But if you put in the rising sounds and the big noise effects coming up and the snares, all that kind of stuff, and a big crash, I don't know, then people are like, it's gonna go right now.
You gotta have this vision in your head while producing these tracks, you know.
Boys Noise had a really good article in the Rolling Stone today. It's like people just nowadays, they really know how to move a crowd, but they're just techniques.
It's very
effective. Like, yeah, it's like people just know exactly how to do it. Like it's a trick. So if you get the right sound and you know these tricks, you can move a crowd of thousands, and it's really easy. But it's not the way, I guess, music is supposed to be. It's not like real music doesn't really come from that idea. You don't
want to flick a switch to make people go nuts. You want to actually more take some of yourself and put some of yourself in there and make it more original than some of the really commercial EDM stuff you see right now.
It's like cooking. If one ingredient is like cheap, and it's gonna bring down the rest.
And it has to be DJ friendly, because if they can't mix it, then no one's gonna play it.
There's those rules, you know, like all music documentaries have the same like development. It's like
this is a music documentary.
Yeah. So we can.
What's your you need like a guttered moment in your documentary. You need like a moment.
I think the drug parts are always the most fun. Of the at 3/4 of the documentary, there's always like Ray Charles.
I'm dying.
And either they die, or they have like a shitty second part of their career.
Oh, I turned to Christ. I'm good now. I don't do drugs anymore. I enjoy my life being sober.
This is my life. Like I'm here 24/7, except for like that half hour a day that I go out to buy some cigarettes and groceries. And the rest of the time I'm here, basically just working. I'm working on some of my own tracks, remixes, recording mixes, looking for new music, which also takes up a lot of time. Going through the endless stream of promos.
I lost my girlfriend.
I lost my girlfriend years ago. Ik moet even plassen. Maar vertellen jullie rustig over wat er gebeurd is.
Normal life.
Yeah. No, it's been an impact for sure. It's it has always been an impact, being like living kind of the life we do. It's not easy. It's kind of to combine it with whatever. I mean, just like I mean, a lot of people celebrate their birthdays in the weekends. Well, we're never there in the weekends. Nope. And a lot of people celebrate other stuff in the weekends.
Queen's Day, New Year's Eve. We're usually just playing somewhere. So you miss your friends, and at the long tour we did, like the 10-week one, I started really to miss my family too. I never thought it would happen, but it actually really did, and just miss Amsterdam. But it's on the other hand, you're on the other side of the world having a great time, so you just, for as long as it goes, you should just shut up and enjoy, be more in the moment, and there'll be other times when you get to hang with your girlfriend.
Well, it's the weekends. It's not structured at all. I mean, I have a kid, so every morning during weekdays I wake up at 7, and in the weekends I go to bed at 7. So it's pretty heavy for your body, and I try to stay as healthy as possible, next to drinking, of course. But yeah, it's a tough life, but it's great.
I don't really. Well, sometimes I do prepare for specific sets, but mostly I don't. I just. Yeah, most of the time I go to Bart's place because he has the 2000s, which I can plug my USB into instead of the 1000s that I have here.
I first started as a DJ, so that's very important for me. Like, I need to see the crowd, I need to see what's going on in the club at the moment, what's the vibe, what's the mood, and then I can pick which tracks for me could work that night, you know, without like playing I don't want to please the crowd. I just want to make it easier for them to get into my world.
Yeah, I always try to get myself into some kind of feeling before I start DJing, but a lot can happen during a night, and I can totally change. I can end up with Gabba or with Booty, or it's still electronic music, but I really don't want to keep myself to like, this is what I'm gonna play and this is it only. I really want to be inspired on the moment as well as by the crowd or the atmosphere or my own emotions. So.
When you start blank, your DJ set, it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone, and then sometimes you get like really creative, weird, cool stuff that you normally wouldn't do if you prepare it. So
if you DJ, it's like you
plug and play.
Plug and play 1 hour in front of the gig. You go from you travel from home to the venue, and with the band you have to be there at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Sound check, wait, dinner, wait, play. Wait.
People react to the same stuff because people want to have fun and laugh and dance and drink and do naughty things.
And just have fun, you know, when you're playing. So.
When I was a kid, you know, I was very attracted by clubs because it was something that everything could happen, you know, it was the dream place where actually you can do weird stuff. And I want to give this mood, you know, I want to give the mood that yes, it's gonna be dark and it's gonna be completely different from your day life. Yeah.
We kinda dislike the playing with laptops.
Well, actually, laptop is okay, but if you're producing your own music...
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
No, but exactly what he was saying. I mean, I don't like it when people just play songs and when you make your own stuff indeed, yeah. That's good.
If you produce your music, you can add. It's going to be a whole live show if you're going to play with a laptop, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we just like, you know, put the CDs in and just swipe through your whole CD map.
Just the old way still. I think we have to go for USB probably in the short future.
It's challenging, and it's on the other hand, it's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it's very normal to pick up a guitar or a synthesizer or play drums. That's
also, I think that makes the difference with all the other electronic acts who are mostly DJs, because we are a live band. We play drums, guitars, bass, synthesizers.
I think it's just also a change, of course, because when CDs came along, then the vinyl DJs were saying, yeah, this is bullshit. I mean, this is easier and it's not real DJing. And I guess we are saying the same about laptops. If you only play songs, then, and I mean with the laptop, it's just push a button, it syncs, and you don't have to DJ actually, just change it and it plays for you. So I think everybody can be a DJ with that. And that's okay, of course. But I think like what you were saying is if you make your own stuff and you can strip a whole song down, and for example, I was checking out Sirkin one time at Rauw, and he had like, for example, a track from Daft Punk, but then also mixed some parts from his own track and has like a really big live show. It's really cool. I think then it's great, and then that's the tool you need, of course.
Yeah.
And then it's great. We also are checking now for new things. We just bought Korg KP3 thing.
Chaos Pad.
Chaos Pad, yeah, so like we wanna put new stuff in there.
One day when we have a lot of own music, then we're going to put on a live show with laptops.
Yeah.
And MIDI controllers.
And VJing.
And VJing. Trying to do this whole show. That would be awesome.
And we also do some synchronized dancing, of course.
Yes. And MCing and singing. So we're going to be singer, songwriter, DJ, producer, entertainer,
dancer,
fashion models. VJing. Yeah.
Future.
Future.
Yeah, it's always really hard to make predictions about that. I mean, I've said stuff before where I was totally right and stuff where I was totally wrong.
Well, it's getting so big right now that I think it has to go underground at some point again.
So it only pushes and encourages the underground to be stranger and weirder and more cutting edge. So I think for artists, you know, here like Bart B. Moore or Riptide, and it influences them to be more cutting edge and find new approaches to making crazy music. And you definitely hear it. You know, they're definitely pushing the envelope for Netherlands, and that's exciting. It's cool.
Everything keeps evolving faster and faster, and every step means you're gonna evolve faster. And I think music is at a point with the internet, obviously, that everyone can be famous.
I think it's really hard to predict the future. I live in this moment now, and I'm enjoying this.
Like a couple of years ago, like you could play anything really. Like people were expecting to hear like old tracks mixed up with new stuff. And that's sort of also different genres, like you could play like White Stripes next to Boys Noise, and that was normal.
I would like to see a lot of things go more underground, less commercial, also music-wise.
It's starting to be more genre specific, the parties, like it's gonna be like just dubstep or it's gonna be just this. So yeah, I hope that that's gonna change a bit more, that people want to hear more stuff.
Like if you post a really good track, you don't know what's gonna happen with it. So you can be either new David Guetta, or you can be another from the 1 million guys who want to get famous making a bad track, and I think bands and artists are having a more difficult time than U2, which is obviously a band that's stayed over a while, and you got some other big like bands. But it's just economics, and it's more, there's more money involved, and it's different, and it's getting more difficult to stay at the top.
I would like to see things going more underground again, more like little boiling rooms where great stuff is created. But yeah, but on the other hand, I think like there are gonna be more and more festivals every year. It's gonna be really hard for the club scenes. I mean, yeah, it is already really hard. People can spend their money only once. I think the clubs should be less expensive and cheaper drinks. Yes.
If we will look at this again in 5 years, we'll maybe be able to answer.
Just support each other. So this is the only way that we're gonna be strong together. You know, put out our love for the music.
It's an exciting time for someone who loves techno. Definitely, yeah.